into Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon.
Or as I call it in my house, Gotthard.
God.
Gotthard.
All right. So the reason that John hates Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, I figured it out today. I was just sitting at work and I was like, I know why he hates it. I know why he hates it. John is an avid player of Dungeons and Dragons, and by all accounts has been into like fantasy shit his whole life, right?
Accurate.
Then Game of Thrones comes along, and all these fucking posers start getting into fantasy and infringing on his territory, and he's like, "You haven't earned it. You don't get to just start liking fantasy because it's cool." It's like,
I was here first.
I bleed this blood, you fucking posers.
Don't you know what I can do to you? I can dig a grave for you.
That's right.
Yeah, if you roll a fucking 10, you're done, son.
I have 12-sided die. I have character sheets up.
I thought it was 20-sided.
There are 12-sided die as well.
Okay, John, is your character in Dungeons and Dragons a gravedigger?
It depends on which character we're talking about, but I did have a cannibalistic bard.
Hell yeah.
And he dug graves?
The guy, Dave.
Put people on him.
Dan, you've seen Mythic Quest, right? Yeah. He's the shovel. He's the shovel that they have in season 1, like the epic shovel.
Yep, the epic shovel.
That's John's weapon of choice.
He said, "Oh fuck, this is something to covet right here."
Everybody's just gonna dig dicks. Nobody's gonna dig dicks. But John, am I on point? Do you not like Game of Thrones because everybody got on board with fantasy and you were like, "What the fuck, bro? Fantasy was cool when I fucking liked it."
I mean,
yes.
There for me, there is this, right? Is I don't gatekeep with that shit. It is what it is, right? You like it, you like it. I don't care, right? I don't like Game of Thrones because I don't like Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Like I don't care if you like it. That's not my issue, right? There are fucking glaring holes in it. I don't know what you want from me.
What are the holes?
Is it you have an issue with the full frontal male nudity that George R.R. Martin insists on inserting into 65% of the episodes?
I watched Spartacus before this. So
right. We talked about horsecock.
Yeah, horsecock.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Great transition, because this episode had a ton of full frontal nudity. And there was a lady straight up blowing a dude.
Oh, yes, there was. Yes, there was.
It was fucking massive.
It was massive. It was the most fake dick that ever was on screen.
It was. It may not have even been a dick. They said we couldn't make a dick in time, so we ran to the supermarket. No, we ran to a supermarket, grabbed a kielbasa sausage.
That thing was thick. Let's be clear.
Good on her.
How did you see it if you don't watch
I was like, pause.
He said, let me dissect this real quick.
I want to be clear. You told me you were going to fucking hammer me out in a roast for this show. I watched the episode specifically for this.
Tell us about it, John. I want to know.
Walk
us through it.
John, what were your favorite parts of this episode? Since you're
the dick sucking, obviously.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like
that's number one.
The horse chase scene in the field, fantastic. I didn't hate it.
That was pretty good. And
so, I didn't hate that at all.
I don't even know how the fuck she was like. How high was she? And she's just like, fuck this shit. Let's go.
I loved it.
I think that all she caught was a glint off the actual armor from sunlight.
The gold
That's
cloak.
It.
Oh, she saw the gold cloak and she said, "Motherfucking Kristen Cole, you dead son." I'm not supposed to engage. You don't know that, so I'm gonna make you shit your armor right now.
I'm sorry. I have to say, if she had been like 30 seconds earlier in spotting them, I think she would have killed them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. And I kind of wish she did. It would have been incredible.
You know, the biggest issue I have with Gotthard right now is I have no fucking clue what anybody's name is because everybody's name is the exact fucking same.
I know. That's the most annoying thing about the fucking Targaryens.
Grayman, fucking Rhaena, Rhaenyra, Rima, Rhaenys, fucking everybody. I don't know who the fuck is who. I know that there's the sea snake That dude's rad.
Lord
But-
Corlys Valerian.
Yeah. But
He's the
I'm
best.
like, oh my God, I don't fucking. I'm like that guy. The dude with the one eye. The king guy.
Yeah.
Their names are similar too. It's Aegon and Aemon.
Yeah.
One of them's called
Ah,
Joffrey. I heard that today.
Yes, there
Yes.
is a Joffrey child. Who the fuck owns Joffrey? Joffrey is the
Owns
sea
Rhaenyra?
snakes.
Joffrey.
Yeah, the sea snakes kid.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sea snake and Rhaenys have a child named Joffrey.
No,
That's
there's no
correct.
more boys. There's no more boys in that family.
There is definitely a Joffrey somewhere in this show.
Joffrey. They were
Joffrey
fucking
is-
talking about it as they were making eyes at each other under the deck, getting shit
Yeah.
dumped on them.
Joffrey is Rhaenyra's son with the black hair.
The one that's still alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that guy's name was like
Peter.
Peter.
Nice.
Joffrey. I don't know- I don't know
Got to
what
be
the old-
Peter now.
This Joffrey with the is the last one with the black hair because the middle kid's dead.
Oh, is he
Then-
the one that walked over to her, was like, "Mommy," and
Yes.
then like hugged her leg? So he's still a little wee shit.
Yes, that's Joffrey. And then,
Okay.
I think. And then
And
the
then
next
Peter-
the next it's not Peter. The next oldest kid, the blonde kid.
There's
I
a
don't-
blood. How many fucking
There's
kids
two
does
blonde
she
kids. She has two blonde. She's got 5 kids. Well, now she only has 4.
have? Come on, Kevin.
But the 2 blonde kids, I don't know what the older blonde kid's name is, but the youngest kid's name is Aegon the Third.
Why are they doing this to me? All I'm saying is this: none of this ever would have happened if King
Mhm.
Melty Face. What was his fucking
Viserys.
name?
By Cirrus?
What?
Viserys.
Viserys
Yes.
The second.
didn't name his eldest son what he named him because there's just too many fucking people with the same name, and he was completely out of it because like his tongue fell off and slid down his throat, and he had no eyes and didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. He should have
Nobody knows what he was
He
saying.
should have named his kid Timmy.
Peter. Should have been Peter.
Peter. Timmy.
Peter's a fine name.
Ah, yes. Here comes my son, Peter Targaryen.
I would
On a-
like
on-
to leave the throne to Peter Targaryen, please.
Duggan, did you watch this episode on time today, this week?
I watched it like on Sunday. For some reason, I was able to watch it like 10 p.m.
There you go.
Yeah, it was,
Okay,
it was very
good.
nice. I loved
Because
it.
last week we spoiled the shit out of the fucking episode, and then
You didn't really.
You
It
and
was-
John,
it-
you and
it
John were just
wasn't
like
bad.
nodding along, and we're like, "Oh, we just fucking ruined the whole show." I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't bad. No, this
Hold on,
episode was great.
The older black-haired kid is Jacaerys.
Okay.
Yeah, Joffrey should.
Joffrey's got to be the
Jace.
middle blonde kid who I can't think of.
I'm
Yeah,
still
Chase-
going.
Chase, Luke,
Joff.
Henry.
That's
can-
not fucking.
Can we
everybody.
establish how shit the security is at Harrenhal, though? Right?
Oh,
Damon just
horrible.
walks in that
Can we?
motherfucker.
Hey,
It's
hey,
huge
what is-
though. So they just
what does
tucked
this
in.
say right here? Harrenhal has always sucked.
It was a fortress before that
I was-
goddamn dragon.
I was excited to be like, I really wanted to know what Harrenhal looked like before it was burnt to shit. But I mean, apparently it had already been burnt one time,
yeah,
And then
and
again and again.
and then again. But
One-
what I
one
want to
time.
say, what I want to say about this right here is this gave off the exact same vibe as this from American Horror Story.
Yes.
The
You just watched
exact
those.
same vibe.
I forgot about that girl from American Horror Story.
You're gonna die in there.
You're gonna die
I
in
love
there.
her.
I thought the episode was great. I thought Matt Smith did a fantastic job storming an empty castle.
And meanwhile, he's just like, what the fuck? Everywhere he goes. And
also, talk about the most dangerous point to fucking land your dragon. He's literally perched up at the highest little fucking like shaky peak. He's like, this is good.
then he was like, yep, I'm gonna get down from here. No problem.
I'm just gonna slide off the dragon and I'm falling to my death.
He Fred Flintstone it. It'll be fine.
He's like, do you think if he falls, he could convince the dragon to catch him? Like,
Yes.
catch me!
Yeah.
Oh no! Come get me!
I like the Harrenhal people. They're like, oh yeah, it's like I'm taking this castle. He's like, yeah, that's what we figured you were doing. It's like,
Yeah.
cool. It's
Oh,
like, you want some
They've
dinner?
already been.
And then
burnt
they try to
once.
feed him, and he's like, "Fuck off." That's
I
how
don't
poison
want your
people-
poison peas, you fucking idiots. I want your army. He's like, do you see an army, sir?
He's like,
No.
no, but you're the only one with a big enough house that can house the army that I'm bringing.
Yes.
But
And
we
he's
do
like-
have a witch.
And he's like, we don't have a fucking roof, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't need a roof. We just need walls.
Just build it.
It
I don't
was
know.
the biggest castle because I did a deep dive into the. I've been deep diving. I actually downloaded the fucking Blood and Fire book and I've been listening to the history of it. But it was the biggest castle ever that was ever built in Westeros. It was huge, and whoever the hell owned it originally, the Harrons. I don't know if that was their name, but
Lord Baron.
they fucking locked themselves in there when they wouldn't pledge loyalty to Aegon. And then he's like, I'm going to fucking burn you out then, you piece of shit. And they're like, good luck. We'll kill your dragon before you get a chance to. What are you going to do? Burn the stone? And he's like, all right. And then he waited until like the middle of the night and he fucking flew down, landed in the castle with his dragon and fucking burned the entire thing down. The whole time saying, like, yelling shit like, yeah, you know, there's other things in your castle that do burn, like your knights, the fucking wood. Like, that's why the fucking whole thing like warped and got all fucked up looking from all the internal structure damage.
Yeah. Quick jump back to Joffrey. Prince Joffrey Velaryon.
Okay, who?
So he's the old lady and the
The
sea
sea
guys.
snake.
Yeah, sea guys. Fucking
But
kid.
No.
no, at the
no.
same time, because Prince Jacaerys Jason
Yeah, there's
Velaryon.
so many
Yeah,
fucking
no. So
Velaryon
that is the
dudes.
black-haired kid. That's got to be the black-haired kid because that would have been the kid that she pretended to have with the.
Who did she have all these fucking kids with?
Everybody.
The three black-haired kids are from the guy who got burned alive in Harrenhal, but she pretended that they were the kids of the sea snake's son with the long white
okay.
braids. So that makes sense. So Joffrey.
So then where did she get the silver-haired kids? Those
Daemon.
belong to her
Daemon.
uncle?
Those are
Okay.
Daemon's kids.
All right.
Actually, Daemon's kids.
Wow.
They
Damon
fuck.
Slimming, Damon slinging dick.
It's got that seed.
Dude, he's about to get that fucking gypsy chick that was like, "You're gonna
Oh,
die
yeah.
in here," and he's like, "Hey, come back here really quick."
He
I think
loves that.
He's like, he's like, I think you got a little Targaryen in you. You want a little more?
Can I also just say this episode, what a fucking dick tease the whole intro was?
Oh, with the fucking the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're like burning mill. Let's zoom in where this mill is, and you're like, oh, that motherfucker's gonna burn. I can't wait to see this. And then there's like the little fight, and then all of a sudden it's just everybody's dead, mill's on fire, and you're like, I didn't get to see any of this shit.
I like the
Yeah.
sword through the neck. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I would rather have seen that fucking battle
Yep.
altogether.
Yep.
They don't have time. They had to work it all in the finale.
They had to spend all that budget. There was anytime there were 2 dragon scenes in this episode. Okay, John, they can't have the battle and the dragon scene.
Yeah.
So- I liked Bela's dragon a lot. Like the color of it, it almost looked like a banshee from like Avatar. It was like light green with the fucking black stripes and shit.
Mhm.
I really dug that. I like that each of the dragons looks for the most part, vastly different from one another.
You know they're also saying that the eggs that Rhaenyra sent off with those 2 tiny dragons are the eggs.
Daenerys eggs.
Daenerys eggs.
Hmm.
But there's 4 eggs. I saw 4
Yeah.
eggs in that
Well,
bucket.
Yeah,
they
one
are.
of them.
3 of them are hers.
somebody
breaks-
really
it breaks with
wanted
lore.
somebody really wanted a dragon omelet one day.
From what I understand, it breaks with lore because apparently somebody goes out and sells those to fund their sea voyage over in Bravos to a king of Bravos.
Bravos.
So and that's why they're over there.
I also have a question.
Sure.
Somebody just
And I don't know
farted.
if anyone even has the answer to it, to be honest. But is there even like I know Daenerys couldn't get lit on fire because she was a true Targaryen or whatever. aren't all these people technically true Targaryens at this point? I know at least some of them are going to die via fire. So
That's a good question.
She was born of fire.
No, she was born of storm.
Yeah.
Born of fire in the storm.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. If somebody here doesn't die of an actual like burning of fire, I'm going to sit there and be like, well, it's pretty all right, I guess. I guess it fits with the lore.
But why could Daenerys survive fire? Like, it couldn't even hurt her.
Because she willingly walked into the fire.
She slept now in the fire.
She slept in the fire. She woke with 3 eggs, no clothes, tits out.
Yep.
And she was like, I cannot be burned. That was
That was the worst Emilia Clarke ever.
I know, it felt pretty accurate.
I cannot be burned. Look at my dirty tits.
fire does not burn me. I do not feel burn.
I love the Bela dragon chase. That was really cool. The conversation at the end was really, really good. Like, I know nothing, like no action really happened in this episode, but like just the fact that she was there side by side with Alicent, which again in Game of Thrones, that that travel would have taken 3 episodes to get to.
Yep.
And all of a sudden they're like,
couldn't go by dragon.
that's true, but she couldn't go by dragon because she would
had
have
to
been seen.
get from Dragonstone to fucking King's Landing, which is quite a distance.
I'm sure she could have fucking went the majority of the way. She could have parked it somewhere. Would be like, all right, I'll figure it out.
No, because anytime
No.
there's a dragon in the sky, somebody's always just like, dragon!
You fly high. What are you talking about?
All you
They-
gotta do is
they
just
were
make a
flying
silhouette on
high, and the
fucking
horses-
sun.
the guys on the horses were like, what the fuck?
They're
Dragon!
exposed.
Not high enough, apparently.
All it was is a silhouette on the sun, Duggan. And you were like, fuck all that noise.
Show you a silhouette on the sun.
I really liked. I think this season's great. It's truthfully the 3 episodes is there's something I like in every single one of them. That's like, wow, this show is just it's firing on all fucking cylinders, baby. This thing, and
Yeah, very
because there's already an end to the series that's like narrated in this book that I'm listening to, they can't fuck it up.
Yep. Easy as fire.
Oh,
Yeah, don't say that.
You give them that chance, and they will happily
Oh, wait.
fuck it for you.
Hang on, I just got a notification. Benioff and Weiss are coming back to do the final season of House of the Dragon.
Nice.
Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like what you saw here, make sure you're subscribed. We're trying to grow this channel and every single subscription helps. You know what else helps? Clicking that like button. Click that notification bell. That way every single time that we drop a new bit of content, you get notified about it. If you like these conversations and you want to see the full unedited versions of them, make sure you go over and check out the Random Things podcast. We go live every Thursday night and it gets crazy. We'll probably get canceled before we get too big.